Field.
And this is Lady Sarah.
And welcome to
the
Dogstravaganza.
Yes, we're here. This show is presented by the Humane Society of Macomb, but it is your show and we want you to get involved.
So join in the chat, or if you're watching live on Facebook, then give us a little waves up and a thumbs up and all those other things.
Oh yes, and share it as well. Share it as well. Oh look, Sarah Harfield actually just got a comment in. That's
Who
you.
is that?
That's you. You're commenting on your own show. You clever person.
Tell us where you are. Put something in the chat and tell us about your pets.
Yes,
as well.
We'd like to hear about them, especially, of course, if they are pets that you got from the Humane Society of Macomb. I forgot what I was going to say.
This is going to be a fabulous show, a fabulous night.
Yes, we are going to meet some of the folk who have adopted pets through the Humane Society of Macomb.
And we're going to meet some of the staff who keep the shelter going. They are remarkable people.
And more importantly, we're going to hear other exciting things like how you can volunteer, some opportunities for you to get involved.
And darling, we're going to hear about projects past back in 2019, what they did in 2020 and what they're going to do in the future.
Yeah, and most importantly, of course, we're here to raise some much needed funds for this much needed organisation.
Yes.
And all the money that's raised is going directly to help the animals.
They don't have funds from anywhere else. You also need your 4 cards so we can do some tricks together later.
Yes, so if you have got a pack of playing cards lying around, grab hold of them, make sure you've got them close to hand.
And tweet, share it on Facebook and join in the fun and leave us a note.
So other things that are going to be happening today to help us raise money. Oh, look at that. We've got comments coming in already. There's Laurie Morrow watching while puppy sitting. I like that. Isn't that sweet?
We're puppy sitting.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you're watching, one of the things you can do is you can check out the big live auction.
Woo! Don't wake the dog.
Sorry, I'll wake our own dog if I do that. Yes, if you want to buy something at the auction, and we have got some fantastic prizes available, all you have to do is visit the site that's on the screen at the moment.
Just follow the prompts, keep going. It's very simple. Don't forget, Christmas is coming, the holidays are coming, and there's some holiday items on there, darling.
Look at this. Oh,
look, there's one, a game tower.
Actually, I saw that. I was thinking maybe Santa Claus could find that for a certain husband of yours.
So do register for the auction, and there's other ways that can get involved. Oh, look at that one. Jewelry and soap. Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, that's lots of good stuff there, isn't it? Package includes dog mum bangle, crystal doggy.
It's all sorts of things.
Dog-friendly bundle, that one, isn't it? Very dog-friendly.
But, darling, there are other ways that they can get involved right now, aren't there?
There is. They're fantastic where you can get involved. If there's nothing you want in the auction, that's absolutely fine. You can also donate by text. It's very simple. You just text HSOM, which stands for the Humane Society of Macomb.
Look at you.
I worked that out. It took me a bit. Text that to 56651 and follow the prompts. It is all very, very simple.
So we've got a heck of a show for you this evening. But before we get started, we need some words from the director. Of the, I don't know why we salute him.
I don't know. It just sounds like an official time. Ken, pay attention.
Ken.
You're on, Ken. A few words from Ken Kempkins.
Okay, unmute, Ken. Talk to us. We can't hear you.
I am so sorry. I was trying to help somebody that was having a problem getting in.
Perfect.
Ken, over to you. You wanted to say hello. This is your big moment.
This is it, Ken.
All right. How are you, everyone? I'm Ken Kempkins. I'm the director at the Humane Society of Macomb. And I just wanted to take a second to welcome you guys to this portion of our program. We do appreciate you all coming out. This is an important night for us at the shelter. We are all have been working hard at this. Nobody's worked harder on this than Denise Mento, Kendra Corman and Byron, and Marie Corbally. They were phenomenal in putting this whole thing together for us. What you see and all the different things that are on that don't happen by accident, believe me. And we can't help but thank all the people that have donated stuff that's on our auction site tonight, so that you can, there's quite a few things up there. You can go ahead and find something that you like. If you want to buy it, if you feel like you're really compelled to buy it for the top price and lock everybody else out. If not, make a bid on it and see if you have it. The auction will go until 9:30 tonight. So we hope that we have enough stuff up there that everybody can find something that they like. Thank you very much, and back to you.
That was Ken.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. Yes, that was Ken, our director.
He's going to be back with us again a bit later on, I think. We're going to be chatting with Ken and finding out some background to the Humane Society of Macomb. I've got that in my head now, so I'm going to keep saying it. Now, we discovered for ourselves a while back that it's much better to adopt a new best friend than it is to buy one. When we adopted Martoon.
Martoon.
We were going to
ginger pussycat.
Is he around? We were going to try and get him in the show at this point, but we've also got a future leader dog we're looking after, and unfortunately, they don't seem to get on very well. Cat's hiding.
Cat's hiding. So if you're thinking about expanding your family by 4 legs, not 2, okay, then here's a little clip for you. We want to encourage you to adopt rather than shop.
Hi everyone, we want to introduce you to 2 very special kitties. This is Manny, he's 1 year old, and that's Una, and she is 2 years old. And we adopted them from the Humane Society of Macomb. He is the sweetest boy in the world, and she is our queen. And we want to thank the staff at the Humane Society for their generosity and their kindness and their patience in helping us adopt these 2 beautiful, wonderful kitties. So please adopt, don't shop. Because when you adopt from the Humane Society, you get love repaid for the rest of their lives.
As a first-time pet owner, adopting a dog has been a really, really rewarding experience. These dogs all have so much personality and so much love to give. And I really believe that there's a perfect dog out there for everyone. And I really can't see going to a breeder or a store of some kind to get a dog when there's so many wonderful dogs that need our help. Every person at the Humane Society really cares about these dogs and cares about finding them a perfect forever home. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. I very much appreciated that they were there for me every step of the way. Thank you so much to the Humane Society of Macomb for helping me find my new best friend.
Hi, my name is Christy. I'm the adoption coordinator for the Humane Society of Macomb. Every time you adopt an animal, a space opens up in our shelter. So when you adopt a dog or a cat, you're saving that animal's life, but you are also opening up space for another animal's life to be saved.
Adoption fees typically include spay or neuter, all up-to-date vaccines, and even a microchip. But if you go to a breeder, you're not going to get any of that. You're going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more.
Shelter dogs and cats come from many different backgrounds, including neglect and abuse cases. Shelter animals deserve a second chance at life and know what it means to be truly loved. Adopt, don't shop.
An animal is counting on you today.
How can you not be moved by that message?
That is wonderful. Adopt, don't shop.
I love it. I love it. That's so
Get
important.
out there right now, people. Now, we'd like to know how many of you out there are ready to adopt, not shop. So
Yes.
put something up in the chat.
Yes. In fact, we thought we'd do a little bit of an experiment, and this is one of those experiments that could be rather interesting. Oh, there's some other people commenting. Oh, crikey says hi.
Hello.
Hello, crikey.
Crikey.
So listen, I'm going to ask, we're going to try and do an interactive magic trick via chat. And there is a slight delay on your chats getting back to us. So if you know the answer to the questions we ask, we need you to answer us straight away. So don't hang around, because basically I've got some playing cards here, and I'm going to show these playing cards to the camera, and I need you to memorize them. So there we
Darling,
go.
I'm slightly nervous about this.
I'm very nervous about them. So memorize those cards. We have some questions coming your way, and it's going to take a few moments for the first answer to come through. But the first question is, how many cards did I just show you?
Ooh, do you think they can do it? Do you think
know.
Crikey's there, or Laurie, or any of the others? Come on, people.
Just
How many
wondering
cards?
how long it's going to take for someone to come through with an answer.
Darling,
So,
I don't know if they're going to do it, you know.
well, if they don't do it, we'll have to do something else, because life is an experiment, and this is one of them. But any second now, we feel that someone out there is going to stick
Well,
an
I
answer
don't
in.
know. I don't know.
Look, I'll even give them
Still,
another flash so they can just.
well, you know, I'm not sure.
It's there. The answer's there.
No. Wendy Shepherd.
5. Wendy Shepherd wins the prize.
Hurrah!
If there is one.
Wendy Shepherd.
Wendy,
good
fantastic,
job. I
good
love
job.
that.
Oh, crikey, guessed 4. Forgot to count.
Oh, crikey, you're out. Katie Klein. Good job, Katie.
Okay,
love
we'll go
that.
on to the next question because we're going to get a few more answers.
Come on, Wendy. I've got faith in you.
You're looking at the backs of the cards at the moment. What was printed on the faces, the other side? What did I show you? Can anyone remember what was printed on the other side? Have a look. Nothing's coming through yet, but any second now the answers will come through.
I've got faith in you. Katie Klein, Wendy Shepherd, come on. Who's coming in next?
It's a race to the end, a race to the bitter end.
Darling, how much time do we have, do you think?
I know we're only on for an hour, but this is going to kill a lot of time. So there's the thought. Oh, nothing. Wendy Shepherd said nothing. Wendy, good guess, but you obviously missed the ace of spades.
Oh, dear.
But that's all right. Everyone's allowed one mistake.
Oh, crikey, you're a bit slow. You need to keep...
Ask them the next question quick. Next question.
Okay, the backs of the cards. What colour were the backs of the cards?
Come
on, we can do it. Come on. What colour were the backs of the cards?
Wendy Shepherd said oops because she got it wrong. But this is crazy.
I don't know if you can see this. Some people are coming in.
Someone's guessed red. That's a good answer.
Yes.
But all I can say
Well
is you
done,
obviously
Rachel.
missed the fact that I've got a blue back. Oh, no, I haven't. Let's try that again. I've got a blue back royal flush in my hands.
Katie Klein, well done. Maureen, good to see you.
It's all going crazy.
Lovely to see you. Oh, that was so
that was
funny.
bad. We didn't know how that was going to work out, but we've discovered something. Don't try interactive magic when you're trying to do a live Facebook show.
Well, we just want to give a huge wave to those people on Facebook, but not only are you on Facebook, you're on YouTube as well. So it's great to see you. So the YouTube people can't see the Facebook people who can't see the YouTube.
It's all very complicated. Let's move on with the show. Don't forget, we still need you to grab 4 playing cards because we are going to attempt something very unique. We're going to attempt for you to do a trick at your end.
So grab your 4 playing cards. You only need 4 cards, any old 4 cards.
Anyway, for now, it's time to meet one of the dedicated animal trainers that works at the Society and meet some of the animals.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a dog trainer here at the Humane Society of Macomb. Our entire staff, the dogs, cats, and bar animals, thank you all for joining us tonight. 2020 has been challenging. I don't think I really have to say that. There's been a lot of changes and uncertainty in our lives. The one thing that has not changed is that animals are still in need. We are taking in animals every day. From different situations. We have strays in hopes of reuniting them with their owners. We take in owner surrenders, whether they can no longer care for their animals, life changes, they have to move, or maybe owners pass away. And we also transfer from other high intake shelters when they're running out of space. And we aid other animal controls in our area for things such as like neglect and abuse cases. So I actually have here Grandpa and Violet. They were transfers from a high intake shelter. They were in rough shape. They had some skin issues. They were malnourished. Both have some pretty severe arthritis. Violet here had heartworm, so she went through treatment. And then Grandpa was in early kidney disease. Both are seniors, which actually they end up being in the shelter a little bit longer because of their age. Luckily though, when they came to us, they got the amazing medical treatment that they needed. They've gained some weight, they look healthy, their skin is better, and they are waiting in a foster home for their forever family. And the big event of 2020 was their wedding. So it's been pretty exciting to be able to be a part of their journey into a better life.
This is where the animals need you. As a humane hero, your monthly donation changes the lives of injured, homeless, abandoned, and abused animals. Each monthly Humane Hero donation covers essential and life-saving medical care for each and every animal that walks through our doors. Every cat and dog receives required vaccinations, flea and heartworm preventative, wellness exams and testing, and spay and neuter surgery. Some require more extensive care, including dental care, heartworm treatment, major surgery, behavioral intervention and treatment plans, and more. Your generosity ensures each dog and cat the opportunity to successfully enter a forever home. Because of you, Once homeless pets live happy and healthy lives with families that love them. The world is a better place with humane heroes.
He's got it. Yay, Yay, Jonah!
I am very proud. Very good. What a good dog.
Wow.
That's
Amazing.
great.
That was huge.
We want you to become our heroes. But before I tell you a bit more about that, I want someone to put the name of any playing card in the chat. We're going to take the first playing card that comes up in the chat and do a miracle with it. So if you're first, you're going to be part of a miracle. Now, coming up
is the auction. The auction's going live right now, and you can buy something right now, a Christmas present for your loved one, like something that might be at the Park Royal Hotel.
Or maybe a lucky doggy lottery basket, if that's what you prefer.
That's a good one too. There we go, the romantic Rochester package at the Royal Park. Yeah. So just in case anybody wanted to buy that for their lovely lady.
Yes, there we go.
And if you want to give right now, then you can text immediately. Oh, hold on, darling.
We've got a card.
Karen, how lovely to see you. Karen, the Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades
lovely
is the
to see you, Karen.
card. Now, I've had these cards. I've been holding them in full view all the time. And as I go through the pack, you will see that there's one card there that has been reversed in the pack, and only one card reversed.
Darling, you're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. You could have taken any card you wanted.
In fact, somebody else came up with the Jack of Diamonds, didn't you, Ken?
Oh, you were just
Ken,
a bit
you were
behind.
too late.
If you would have been first, Ken, this trick wouldn't have worked. But the card that we've got reversed in this pack is the Ace of Spades. What about that?
Well done. Woo,
well
Karen.
chosen, Karen. You've got it right. Thank you very much indeed. That's
wow.
fantastic.
And there's going to be a card trick for you all to do your end later on. But can we just go back to that texting, please? You can text right now. Kendra will put up the number. Right, there you go. Donate by texting HSOM to that number.
So 56651. And the other way you can give, and this is probably the most important way and the best way you can help, is by setting up a regular donation. We kind of rely on those regular donations because big events like this, they bring in large sums of money for which we are eternally grateful, but a regular donation makes a huge difference.
And the shelter is literally a community event. There is no money coming from anywhere else other than here in this community. So have you got your your 4 cards? Got your 4 cards? Choose one of your cards. Okay.
I've just got something to go and do while you just get this started. If I may.
Just leave me here,
I'm just
darling.
going to leave you to
Notice I've got my Humane Society cards. You know, you can buy those from the Humane Society. Anyway, choose one card, your favorite card out of the 4. Put it on the top so you're looking at it. Just so you're looking right at this card. Remember this card. This is your chosen card. Ooh. Now put them at the very bottom. I'm going to remember where your card is. Right now, I know where it is. It's face down at the bottom. But what I want you to do is I want you to take the top card and put it to the bottom. Okay, have you all done that? Hurry up, keep up. Then take the next card, turn it over and put it on the bottom. I still know where your card is. And then take the top card and put it to the bottom. And keep going with the top card to the bottom. As long as you like, top card to the bottom. And I still know... Actually, I have no idea where your card is now.
What do you mean you've no idea where their card is?
Darling, I was doing the card trick and I can't remember where their card is.
Fear not, my love.
Oh, sweetheart.
I think we can sort this out. A couple more moves and it'll be all sorted out. Take the next card, turn it over and put it on the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
That's
right.
It. And then take the next card and put it on the bottom.
Oh.
And take the next card and turn it over and put it on the top. Now, I think you will agree these cards have been mixed up, turned upside down. We had no idea what your card is, but we do know something about your card, which is kind of weird and kind of strange.
What's that?
Your card is now the only card that is the opposite way up from all the others. So fan your cards out and you will see there's one card back to front.
That was my card!
That was your card.
The King of Hearts!
So the one card that's back to front will be your card. And if that worked for you, please put a message in the chat.
Well, so Karen Mitchell might have said something, so she was obviously joining in. Fantastic. Well done, darling. I'm really proud.
I like that trick.
You just got me out of a spotty trouble. There. Now, if you've decided to adopt a pet, you may find it changes your life in ways you didn't expect. Well, we know one couple, it changed their life,
changed their life, so have a look at this.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm here with Mia and her family. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Gunnar.
And this is
They adopted Mia back during quarantine. They started to foster her, and we're gonna interview them. Do you guys want to give a little insight as to why you chose to foster during quarantine, during the lockdown?
Yeah, so we both got news that we were going to be working from home a lot when the lockdowns first started happening. And we noticed that all these other people were doing things to out, whether it was the nurses or people sewing masks. And we were trying to find the way we could help and make a difference. And I've always loved dogs. It's a kind of a joke between us and our family. And we started noticing that a lot of the shelters all over the country have been clearing out because people were fostering. And we're like, well, that's a perfect opportunity for us. We can take in a dog and help him or her, and then also help ourselves.
That's awesome. So what made you guys choose Mia?
So we reached out to you guys to see what dogs you had available, and Miss Martina was sent over to us, her picture, and she was just so cute. And a lot of the dogs, I think, were actually already fostered, so she was, I think, one of the, the last left. And we were asked if we wanted to come meet her that day. It happened very quickly, but it was good.
Next, so what made you guys decide to finally adopt her?
Yeah. I'll take that one, I guess. So we're telling people from day one, like, we're going to foster, we're going to help out. And obviously COVID continued to extend, and the shutdown continued. And it wasn't really until the Humane Society started announcing that they were going to actually allow for adoptions to occur that we, like Lauren and myself, had to think about like giving up Martina at the time, or now known as Mia. And I think as soon as we started thinking about letting Mia go is when we realized that we had such an emotional connection with her. And at that point, I think we both realized that we couldn't let her go. We had loved her too much already, and she was so comfortable in this home. It was a good fit, and we just had to face the facts that she was going to be the dog for the rest of our lives.
And I heard that she was part of an engagement.
Yep. So, quick backstory. This doesn't have to be all about the engagement, but I had the ring before COVID, but I had no idea how I was going to do it. And when we figured out that we were going to keep Mia, I was like, yes, perfect opportunity. We're going to announce on social media that we're going to keep Mia. And then, oh, by the way, I'm going to propose to Lauren at the same time. So that was the perfect transition. So I have Mia to thank a little bit for the engagement. That's for sure.
Okay. Now we're going to transition into, I saw a post about how you were worried about how other people, you, Lauren, were worried about how other people would view Mia because she's a pit bull. And so what obstacles and everything did you have to overcome and face?
Yeah, that might have been probably one of the hardest things to, I guess, overcome. So I've been around dogs my whole life. I've never truly believed all the myths that are surrounding pit bulls, how, they're dangerous and mean, and, they're just born that way. And deep down, I was like, there's no way that's true. But then why are there so many in the shelters? Why are these myths even created? And when we did have, we fostered her, there were a few people that, not that they were rude, but they were like, oh, a pit bull. And I think that was one of our biggest concerns is not necessarily what other people think, but just being able to stand up for her and advocate for them. The dog that we knew and the dog that we had is just the most lovey dog we've ever met. She's so sweet. Like all the myths you hear, she does not reflect those whatsoever. She's the best. So we started researching and just understanding that so many of those myths are false. And
that's all I have for you. You guys are doing a great job. Keep posting on Instagram. We love to see it.
I can't take any of the credit. It's all Lauren.
Fantastic.
Isn't that a lovely story?
That is lovely.
I
So,
love
darling,
that. Adopt a dog, change your life.
And get engaged.
And get engaged. Yeah.
Okay, I don't feel we need to do that. We've done that, haven't we?
We've been there.
We've been there 30 years, people. 30 years. Oh, frightening. Really frightening.
So, moving on, I think it's time that we really had a chance to get to grips with what is happening there. Oh, look at that. Heather says you are all so great.
They are at the Macomb
I
Youth
assume
Society.
she's talking about the
yes,
people
that's
who work,
right.
not us.
At the Humane Society of Macomb. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather.
We all truly appreciate that.
Yeah. Keep those comments coming in the chat. We love to see them.
Yes, it's lovely to see you both on Facebook and on YouTube. Darling, don't we have to invite the director?
Yes, we do. What does he direct?
Traffic, I think.
Traffic. Yeah, the car park gets very busy.
Or does he direct the animals?
Maybe he does. Yeah.
Directs people.
Yes, he does. He's very important anyway. So here he is. Look at that. We're here. Give it up. Big round of applause for Ken Kenkins.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Ken, where are you at the moment?
I'm actually sitting in my kitchen, believe it or not, and I am so devoted to the shelter that I actually have a sign up in my kitchen. That's one of our pieces of our artwork on our wall. Actually, not, but I did it anyway.
I love that, Ken. And then your wife can bring you a cup of tea. That's always nice. Have a cup of tea. But before we get started, Ken, tell us about the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020.
Those happy times when we used to go out with each other and dine and eat and...
What was going on in the shelter at that time?
2019 was a real phenomenal year for us. We had just come off a very successful event at the hall that we had last year. It worked out really well. We had a really good year. We doubled from the year before. And so we had big plans for this year to be at Palazzo Grande for this event tonight. A lot of the different things we got a new volunteer coordinator at that time and a lot of different things that we were planning. And then our dreams kind of fell apart.
They did, didn't they? COVID hit in the March. And then what did you do? What happened next?
Well, we started the year off with a bang, as I said. But in March, the COVID virus shut down the shelter, basically. We had to act pretty fast because we were dealing with animals. Our foster coordinator, bless her heart, actually moved quickly to get most of our cats and dogs into safe foster homes, like the couple that adopted Mia.
Yes.
My affiliation with the Coalition of Animal Professionals actually helped to get the governor within a couple days to make shelter workers and people that run rescues deemed essential workers. I was also able to secure a PPP loan through the CARES Act, and we used the entire month of May to prepare the shelter for a safe opening for both the staff as well as for the public. We put up protective barriers, room adoption meetings, and new protocol for the staff. It brought many challenges, but we are getting back on track with adoptions of both cats and dogs.
Oh, Lady Sarah and Keith Fields were having technical difficulties. They'll be back in just a second. Give me 1 second.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. That was entirely my fault. I accidentally nudged the mouse and it dropped us off the system for some reason. So my fault entirely. Now, you were just telling us about what happened when COVID hit. Had you finished answering that question?
Yes,
I thought you might have done, because one of the other things I know that you've been doing at the shelter is an educational program. And we know partly about that because Lady Sarah was one of the guests you had come in and help out.
And it was tremendous.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But tell us about that whole program.
Absolutely. Early on in about March or so, we hired a new humane educator. She was one of our volunteers, but she also happened to be a middle school teacher. Suzanne's love for the animals quickly took shape in the form of summer camps for kids. Keeping them safe was her first priority, and making contacts with outside people like yourselves, coordinating shelter workers and setting curriculums became her main mission. We ran for 8 weeks in July. and August, and we had a little over 60 children involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a truly amazing summer because some of these kids, you know, they were watching virtually. They were in outside, you know, spatially, socially distant. That's the phrase. That's the phrase. But tell me, what are the plans moving forward, Ken? Where do you see the shelter?
If I could just add a little bit more, because kids are like little sponges, and what you fill that sponge with is very important. We understand that the prevention of animal cruelty and the realization that shelters exist is something that needs to be taught to them at an early young age. Learning about the importance of spaying and neutering, proper care of animals, and the responsibility of owning an animal are all things that can carry on into the future.
Yeah.
We want to do our part to try to make a difference.
Absolutely.
I'll answer your next question now.
Yeah. That was about the plans for the shelter moving forward. That was where we were going.
The shelter would like to be able to carry on some of the plans in 2021 that we had in 2020. The need for more outside exposure and events, building up the summer camp program to more hours and more days, being able to host all of you next year in the Palazzo Grande Hall with a nice sit-down dinner is another one of our goals. We have others, but the virus has to be under control for them to materialize.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Ken. You're absolutely right. And tell me, if somebody's interested in supporting the shelter, what can they do?
Well, there are so many ways. They can help us by becoming volunteers at our shelter, and they can go to our webpage any time of the year and select the donate link on the front page. Always helps us a lot. Donating different supplies, those lists are all on our webpage as well, of things that we can use, everyday things. It helps us from having to spend the money on them, and we can use it to focus on the animals. Some people actually come to the shelter and donate in person. Others get on our mailing list, and we send appeals out, and people respond and reply to those appeals. This is a special year for donors because of the CARES Act. Because if you make a donation of up to $300 for a single, or $600 for people that married filing jointly, you can deduct it from your taxes for 2020. A lot of people don't know, but this is an above-the-line donation, and you do not have to itemize to be able to do it. But you have to hurry. This opportunity ends on December 31st, 2020.
Wow, Ken, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And well, for anybody who needs that information again, either rewatch this video, alternatively contact the Humane Society Direct, and they'll tell you all about it. Jack said, what a great job you're doing, Mr. Director.
Yes, absolutely. And before you go, I wonder if I could ask you to help me with a little trick. Will you do that for me, sir?
Sure.
Okay. Now, I have some cards here which look like they're very big, because they're almost as big as my head. And I'm going to tell you, I've got 4 cards here, and I've got 4 queens. And you have to make some choices, because we're going to eliminate some cards, okay? So your first choice is red or black?
Red.
Red. Okay, so the black cards are gone. We'll eliminate the black cards, and we'll go with red. Your next choice is quite simple. Do you want to take the Queen of Hearts or the Queen of Diamonds?
Diamonds.
The Queen of Diamonds. So we'll eliminate the Queen of Hearts, and we'll go with the card that you chose. Now, you could have chosen any card, but you've ended up with the Queen of Diamonds, and this is where it gets quite weird, because if I spread these cards out, you see one card is reversed in the pack, and that's the card you chose, the Queen of Diamonds.
Nice, darling. But you know what, Ken? There's more.
There's always more when Lady Sarah and Keith Fields are around. This is where it gets weird, because the Queen of Diamonds actually comes from a different pack.
Great trick.
There's more. There's more. Because you know, I said you were going to choose which cards to eliminate, and you eliminated the other 3 queens and left us with the Queen of Diamonds. If you hadn't have done that, we'd have been in a lot of trouble, because the truth is there aren't any other queens here. You see, that's why he's a good director.
He's a good
he makes good choices for the organization, and we couldn't do it without you, Ken. So our thanks and the thanks of all the staff go to you.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
Ken.
you. Thank you for doing what you're doing for us too. And I'd like to also mention our sponsors again one more time. Thank them for all that they do for us and how they made this possible.
Absolutely.
You can see some of the names of them there. Please, if you have an opportunity to frequent their locations or you can help them, by all means, please do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Ken
Thanks,
Kempkins, the director of the Humane Society of Morecombe, without whom everything would fall to, actually, without anyone of the staff that works there, the whole place would fall
it's
to pieces.
amazing staff. The Humane Society of Morecombe is a real local organisation which relies on folks like you for their support.
And as you've just heard, they're involved in so many different ways in the community. And Ken mentioned earlier the educational program, and I think we've got a little film about it here, so you can learn a bit about it, a bit more about it.
Children in our community are an asset to help make the future a better place for people, animals, and the environment. The Humane Society of Morecombe understands the need to help in the process for a better world and has started to build a humane education program for kids. Our journey began with our summer camp sessions and Sundays at the Shelter program. Humane education teaches children about social justice, animal protection, and environmental ethics, which enhances their prior knowledge from home and school. These programs equip students with the tools to think critically and are delivered in a values-based learning format. By educating our youth in humane education through summer camp and Sundays at the Shelter programs, we are teaching them the value of kindness and compassion, as well as building their confidence in teamwork and life skills. Our participants learned basic care and approach to domestic adoptable animals, as well as respecting local natural wildlife. Additionally, important topics in regards to recognizing animal body language and safe approaches were also learned. Compassion in our youth will always be needed, and humane education allows children to demonstrate respect, empathy, and tolerance toward all living creatures. These programs also help students develop responsibility, stewardship, and self-esteem through its solutions-oriented approach. The Humane Society of Morecombe is proud to be a resource to our community.
I like camp because there's activities to do and see dogs and cats.
For more information on our humane education programs, visit our website or email summercamp@humanesocietyofmacomb.org.
Wasn't that the cutest little girl you've ever seen?
She was so cute.
Wasn't she? I've got no idea why she made the final cut of that video. I really haven't.
It was an honor to be involved with the whole program this summer, and I just read to them a story and things, but it was just great fun, and those kids loved it. Absolutely.
And of course they had to do the whole thing socially distanced, which was doubly difficult, but they pulled it off. And as I say, they had loads of kids, and let's keep our fingers crossed that by next year that we won't have those problems. We'll be able to have more kids and be able to impact human lives as well as the animal lives.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
So our corporate sponsors are incredibly important to us. You saw them on the screen a few moments ago. And if you are involved with a company who is looking maybe to do something good for the community, please, please, please contact us, because we've always got space for more corporate sponsors.
Yes, and your organisations can make a real difference in the changes around us. So here are a few words from Lincoln of Troy, who we'd like to thank for their sponsorship.
Hi, my name's Tina and I'm with Lincoln of Troy. Here at Lincoln of Troy, we love to support our community because we're part of it. And that's why we're proud to partner with the Humane Society of Morecombe. The Humane Society of Morecombe is a no-kill shelter, and we appreciate the efforts that they've made through their pet retention program. The Humane Society of Morecombe is a great resource to have. They provide us with humane education, and they support their pet adoptions. The next time you're in the area, make sure to stop in and say hello to us. Schedule a test drive with our new Lincoln Aviator, or go online and schedule a virtual test drive at lincolnoftroy.com.
Just saying, if you're thinking of getting me a Christmas present, one of those cars would probably fit the bill.
Is that in the auction, darling?
I don't know.
The auction is still going. It is live and it's going on till 9:30. So please do check out that auction. And again, thank you to Lincoln of Troy for being one of our supporters.
Yeah. So folks get involved with the shelter in many different ways. And one of those ways is through our project program.
Yes. And if you have some time and you'd like to help, then you can do that yourself as well.
There is an email address, HSOM volunteer. There it is. How about that? Isn't Kendra efficient? She pops it up there.
H2H Consulting, just saying.
Yes, one of our sponsors, as it happens.
Yes.
So that's the email address, hsomvolunteer@gmail.com. We have projects waiting for people just like you. So if you've got a spare hour, a spare couple of hours, a spare weekend, we would love your help.
Well, now next is a story of a young Eagle Scout called Andrew, who was working for his merit badges and decided to do something amazing for the animals at the shelter. I'll just warn you now, there's a little bit where the sound's a bit crackly, but just bear with it and you'll see what amazing things that Andrew did.
Alex, and I'm the volunteer coordinator here at the Humane Society of Macomb. This is Andrew. He is an Eagle Scout. He completed his Eagle Scout project with us. So today we just wanted to talk about that project and the impacts it's had. Andrew, do you want to start off by describing your Eagle Scout project?
Yeah, so for my Eagle Scout project, it was divided into 2 phases. The first phase, I gathered food for the Humane Society's food pantry, and this food went towards any pet owners who may be down their luck or couldn't pay for pet food for their animals, so they didn't have to surrender their pets. And the second phase of my project was building an agility frame or A-frame for the Humane Society. And this A-frame was designed to help train the animals for adoption so they can be more house trained and ready to be picked up. And as a final part of my project, in addition to the 2 phases, I had enough money left over to provide a donation to the shelter.
That's fantastic. What made you decide on this project? What motivated you to create, the agility court area, the piece, and what motivated you to create donations of food for a pet pantry?
So I myself am a pet lover, and I have a dog of my own. So when I heard that the Humane Society was expanding and that they needed help, I knew immediately that I wanted to make my Eagle Scout project helping out the shelter in any way possible. So that's why I wanted to help them with their agility course and their food pantry.
So how has your work with us impacted you personally?
So it impacted me personally by showing just how helpful this can be to the community. Because during my project, I met some of the people that were helped out by the food pantry, or some people who were adopting dogs and cats or getting their animals trained. And it showed me how far this project and this help can go. And it made me want to volunteer for more things like this.
Definitely. I know we really appreciate all of the projects, all of the pieces of that project that you did. It truly had such a large impact, as you described. Do you have any advice for someone who also might want to complete a project with us?
I would tell them to not let the challenges get in their way. Focus more on the project and just think that even if the project only helps one family or one dog, the project was worth it. It's still moving mountains just to help anyone.
What were one or some of those challenges that you faced?
So my project fell in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic.
Okay.
So I had to finish up the second phase of my project during the pandemic, and I had to work with the shelter to find a safe way to deliver the agility frame and continue my project.
Awesome. It's fantastic that you figured out a way to work through that challenge and you didn't just let it stop you. I know all of us at the Humane Society of Macomb are so grateful for you, Andrew, and the Eagle Scout project that you did complete with us. And we really hope to continue to interact with you and further potential Eagle Scouts in the future.
Yeah.
Wow. What an impressive young man. It was that was just amazing. The things he had to deal with to make that project happen.
And it's such a difficult time.
I take my hat off to you, Andrew. You did a good job. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Andrew, if you're out there, put a little hi in the chat. It'd be great to see you. Again, thank you for all the comments coming in through the chat.
Oh, look, just as an update, we've just heard that the auction so far, the proceeds are in excess of $6,000.
And the texts are coming through. So keep texting your donations through if you don't find anything at the auction yet. But I'm still hoping, darling.
Yes. So can we wrap this program up so I can get on there and bid for something?
No. Keep going, darling. We've got a couple more things.
Yes.
You know, the idea that Andrew came up with was fantastic. And each one of us can come up with ideas like that. And in fact, one of the Humane Society of Macomb's own staff, Angel, the shelter's operation manager, she came up with a fantastic idea. Really simple, but it is essentially a pet retention program. Can you say that? Pet retention program.
The basic idea is very simple. Life can sometimes bring us up with some surprises, and sometimes life can get a bit hard. And some folk hit a point when they think they can't look after their pets anymore, and that's a difficult decision,
really
and
difficult.
It must be an extremely sad time.
Yes, but with Angel's idea of the pet retention program, they will help you by giving you food to give to your pets.
It's like a pet food pantry.
Pet food pantry.
Pet food pantry. That's good, isn't it? So the idea is to keep the pets with their owners, which is obviously much better than having to lose them and adopt them and move them out that way.
It's so hard, but a great idea from Angel. And as you saw, Andrew came up with a fantastic idea there.
So please, why don't you become one of our volunteers, and maybe we could feature you in next year's Dogstravaganza.
Wow, do you think there'll be a next year? Of course there'll be a next year.
There will be a next year.
We're doing so well so far tonight. And there's so much going on, but we wanted to do more, and we only want to, we can only do more with your help.
So keep donating. You've got the text there. We'll put it up for you again in a few moments. But don't forget, you don't only necessarily do a one-off donation. What we really long for is regular donations. So if you can make a small donation or a large donation and do it every month, that will make a huge difference.
Or you can become a volunteer, and they have got some phenomenal volunteers at the Humane Society.
We've been talking for quite a while now. I think our lips are stopping working. But
So ladies and gents, take a look at this video of these incredible volunteers.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex and I am the volunteer
We were
coordinator
expecting
here
a
with the
video.
Humane Society of Macomb. I would just like to take a minute to thank all of our volunteers for the wonderful work they do with us. Your effort and energy does not go unnoticed. You truly impact the lives of our animals every single day. We would not be able to do what we do without your help, so thank you for everything. Now I'd like to show you some stories from our volunteers about how volunteering impacts them in their daily lives.
So I like volunteering at the Humane Society of Macomb because when I volunteer there, I know I'm not just at any other shelter. The staff there are amazing, they're super knowledgeable and super helpful, and I love doing things like enrichment activities, adventure dog, helping out with fundraisers, and doing adoption events as well. And my absolute favorite thing is seeing all the cats and dogs go to their forever home, which is, it's bittersweet, a little sad, but that's what we're there for. And I just absolutely love volunteering there. It's a great place.
Hi, my name is Ariel and I am a volunteer at the Humane Society of Macomb. I volunteer to be a voice for the animals. I volunteer to give them the love and the courage and the bravery that they need during this time. Volunteering to me is so important and I absolutely love it. Nothing's better than getting into the shelter and you seeing all of these wagging tails coming at you and the meows, and they just want to be loved, and you're that person that can give them love and give them a little bit of time to be happy and be themselves.
Hello, I'm Matt. I just want to say I enjoy volunteering at the Humane Society of Macomb. I love working with the animals, especially the cats, and even when the weather cooperates, I love walking the dogs. So, you know, I enjoy everything about it.
Fantastic. There are so many ways to get involved.
Yeah.
So many ways to get
It's
involved.
really exciting, and getting involved can change your life as well as the lives of the animals. So on behalf of the Humane Society of Macomb, we'd like to thank all of you that have donated and all of you that have helped in the past, and for everything you're going to do in the future to keep this incredible organisation going.
Now, the auction's still open. You can donate just on the auction site alone. You don't actually have to bid on anything. So do look at that. But I believe there's another 2 items, darling, that maybe one of them you'd like.
Look
at that.
Talking,
Sherwood
folks.
Brewery is in Shelby, I believe. Yeah. And I am so up for going to have a
tasting,
beer tasting.
For 6 people.
Yes, 6. How many friends have we got out there? We're available. What else have we got, Kendra? What else is on there? Oh, nice. Somerset, bite to eat. You could take me out for dinner, darling.
Look at that. A $50 Somerset collection gift card and 2 $25 gift cards for Tom's Oyster Bar.
I know, I'm very excited about that. So the auction keeps going till 9:30 tonight, and all the details will be posted on the website. Thank you so much for all those who've been involved. All you guys at home who've written up on your Facebook and your YouTube, and it's great to be part of your evening this evening.
Yes, and don't forget, you can still share this video on your Facebook. So the more people that see this, the more people will learn about the fact of the work the Humane Society does, and the more people hopefully will be able to donate, because the text donation is going to stay open. They can always visit the website and get more information there. So that just about wraps it up for now.
I think it probably does now.
I think we've covered anything. Thank you to everyone who was involved in the videos that we showed you.
Yes, particularly Kendra and Byron. Well done. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Our producers, as we like to call them. So from Keith Fields.
And from Lady Sarah.
And for the Humane Society of Macomb. Cheerio!